But I like
Only the sovereign is ready to
stability.
I have dreamt of the sovereign return. I did.
They say the dragons vanish, or out on volcanic islands.
Honored guests, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimond suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the Consul. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the Sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage. Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have awaited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the Sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the Sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont! Long live the Sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Is it you? No? 'Tis hard to say. If the pawn I'm looking for doesn't come for, are you the one then? Speak up, you good-for-nothing pawns. Which of you is it? Is it you? No? Ah, it must be you. You've got an arrogant... Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
Can't wait for your equipment to come. Must have taken
To
a
polish
wrong
up my
turn.
gear for tomorrow.
All the others made it. Why's mine locked so?
Mayhap I'll treat myself to a tipple afore bed.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the Overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
Wearing armor all day
facing.
feels like a punishment.
I ought to be getting...
'Twould be unwise to disobey. The Overseer will show you no mercy.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home. A fight with such
It's just
worn
another
out
day. Same as the one of...
Time for you to get to work.
Can't work as late as I used to. I best make myself scarce.
You are prepared to work? Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
I best make myself scarce.
You are prepared to work? Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap, or aught that poses a hindrance.
Naught but trouble here.
A job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate. What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
No, the damn thing's been awoken. You got to fell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives! Get me out of here! Now!
The fundamentals of using a weapon are proper distance and careful aim. If your foes should draw too near, counter them with a well-aimed kick. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons with a clever combatant. Delivering targeted strikes, I would recommend clinging to your foe.
I'm not going to take that from you.
Are you unharmed?
Get chase!
Make ready. You move to intercept.
Consign it!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Consign it. The accursed creature escaped. Oh, you! Get back here!
Quickly! This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must jump. That is the only path forward.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down!
It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. And learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a Rift Stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? It is a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story. Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Vermont. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal? Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. We've been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is difficult still. Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength flagging, buy the curative or have a bit of green orange. When one of the fiends comes for you, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore tomorrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flinch. Branded attacks are more destructive, but will leave you vulnerable. So seize your chance to land one the moment the enemy flinches. Do not let yourself be swarmed by enemies in number. Best to draw them away from the horde and pick them off one by one. Watch your enemy's movements carefully. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is. Have you beheld the dragon as yet? I've not, and I count that a blessing. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word. Where do you think you're going? You can't just run off now.
We've done nothing wrong!
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns? They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray, come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. "'Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
Pawns are known as Crossers of the Rift, for we are able to connect to and traverse other realms beyond this one. When we return, it is our duty to use our experiences and the knowledge we have gained to aid you on your journey, Arisen. From this day forth, I shall serve you as your loyal pawn, and aught I learn beyond the Rift will be at your disposal.
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so. Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the Riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world, and when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen. those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Very well. May fortune speed you on your way, Arisen.
Been acting up of late. Here in Vermont, pawns are revered as servants of the Arisen, but not so here in Batal. There, they believe that some divine flame will protect us.
Must have taken a wrong turn.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Where ought we to go now? I shall inform you if I learn aught of worth. I'll serve with redoubled vigor this day.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
'Tis a pleasure to meet you.
Take me as your shield, Arisen. Upon my fighter's pride, no foe shall harm you while I yet stand.
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
I pray my efforts aid your cause.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen. Twill be an honor to serve by your side.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Oft does the bow prevail where the blade cannot. Pray allow me the chance to demonstrate my skills as an art. Sure.
Take me as your shield, Arisen. Upon my fighter's pride, no foe shall harm you while I yet stand.
I see you recognize my worth, Arisen. I suppose I should consider myself honored to serve. Oh, good. I see the Arisen's found someone to handle our busy work.
Life's been pretty kind to me, come to think of it.
Fancy again?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Well met. I always have a warm welcome for a customer. Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
If you've a commission for me, I'll fain take it on.
Well met.
I worked hard today. I think I've earned a rest.
Oh there. Faring all right?
Life's been pretty kind now.
Got to work on my
I'm
training.
dead on my feet after today's training.
Soon as my shift's done. I'm off to the tavern.
Got to sell off white.
What did he say his name was again? Ah, Humphrey. The lad's in Vermouth now. He's eager. I'll give him that. Expedition, sword drills, say the word and he'll join in at a moment's notice. Say, you look experienced. You should talk to the lad. I'm sure he'll be glad of a bit of guidance.
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it.
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
A moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
Hail!
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Always a pleasure.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
Hasn't anyone got coin to spare?
Any loose coin about? Enough to make...
I know of nothing that demands your immediate notice.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Do come again.
Feels eerie.
So tight. I kept just about anyway. There's no easy thing, making a living.
That looks promising.
Hail! You a soldier? Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account. Sir Ricardo is in need of our aid. Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. An appropriate choice, Arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
Follow me, if you would. Here we are.
Get down here, you feathered fiends! Who are you? Have you come to aid me?
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. You must wait.
Too fast for you.
Is that all of them? You have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Of course it falls to me to do this. Isn't that always the way of things? Can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done.
Pray, follow me. We have arrived.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
Everyone's as tired as I am.
I find goods for sale.
Stepped in it.
Want to get the floors mopped, clothes
Not
cleaned.
wearing your babe, like getting cut open. We're running low on everything, from provisions to crafting materials for weapons and armor. We've had a hard time procuring goods, what with all the monsters lurking on the roads of late. I sent Marcus to gather what we need, but I've just taken stock and I fear the list I gave him was incomplete. What say you? Could I trouble you to run an errand for me? You'll be paid, of course. Glad to hear it. Here, take this list of additional supplies to Marcus. He ought to be somewhere north of here. Hand him the note and he'll take care of the rest.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here? We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced. I quite agree.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
We're better prepared than we might have hoped. What we need is already to hand. Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment. Here we are.
That's everything assembled. A job well done if I do say so myself. Oi! Did you need something? This is from Sir Geoffrey, is it? Let's have a look then. Why? He wants these as well, does he? I thought I was finished. Why should I have to do all this on my own? I've got plenty to carry as 'tis. Say, your arms look free. You can and make haste. I would depart for the encampment even a moment sooner. Well, go on. You know what to do.
Whence might we procure such a thing? The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts. The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm in picking a few. The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials. And I happen to know where they can be found. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master? We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Shall we gather some materials while we're here?
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials. And I happen to know where they can be found. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts. We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Speaking of which, the pawns in this party are women.
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials. And I happen to know where they can be found. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master? We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. Shall we report our results? We now have all the requested items in hand. Let us deliver them to Sir Marcus post haste. Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
A guide is most welcome. Now we
How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for me yet? Well, you best get to it then. How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for me? Well, you best get to it then.
We have found the material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
There is little point in my leading the way if we haven't got what we require to hand.
How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Brilliant! I knew I could count on you. Here, take this for your trouble. I'll be heading back to the encampment now. They'll be expecting me.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report? Sir Marcus was well pleased, Master. Shall we report our success to Sir Geoffrey? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We have arrived.
Oi, many thanks for passing on that list to Marcus for me. As I hear it, you even assisted him in gathering the supplies. I hope 'twasn't too much trouble. Anyway, you've been a great help. I hope I can count on your aid again should the need arise.
Our efforts have seen the encampment resupplied, and Sir Geoffrey with one less care. A good deed all round.
Splendid. I am attentive and loyal,
And prefer to remain by your side.
In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Dull days for us are a sign.
Oh, I didn't see you there. I suppose I was preoccupied with my thoughts. Thoughts of you arisen, naturally.
Feels eerie with no one about. I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Always a pleasure. I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, Come see me anytime. Do come again. Could have sworn I'd ought to attend.
My bed.
Look, Master. A treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
I'd rather not draw steel if I can avoid it.
There's a ladder here. Oh, excellent find.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
Everyone's excited as this water.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating.
We've got goblins!
Leave it to me.
Well fought, Arisen. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Not bad. All things considered.
The Arisen have been trained. My curative magics are at your disposal.
Wait right there.
useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
You would have me lead. Consider it done. It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
So this is Merv. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory. When the Arisen...
Pitiable Arisen.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. If you're looking to buy, just say the word. Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
I've toiled long enough.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Enough! Rally! This battle is not yet done!
Make haste!
Get yourselves to safety!
Retreat! I'm not seasoned enough for this.
From this moment forth, thou art arisen, charge and all.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. Arisen. I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermund, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
Say, do you think this one's really arisen? Doubtful. The way I hear it, about a dozen. Arisen had crawled out of the woodwork by the time the flame set.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
What brings you here?
Twill near get done if I stand around talking.
Have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way, but what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit froberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
At last! It all becomes clear.
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. 'Tis entirely... But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
There's a...
Ladder here. Oh, excellent find.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Do come again.
We ought to bring this to the one expecting it.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Simple conversation oft reveals what a week of searching never could. Whom shall we speak with first?
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir.
I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity. Always a pleasure. Fancy a look at my wares?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time. Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... it is a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir, I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. This won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and 'tis hard to describe. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
naught ever goes right for me.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite. Let us keep this place in mind for when night falls. Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed. Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Follow me. We ought press on, lest aught befall my brother.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought. Take care not to fall. Careful now! I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. We must not let down our guard.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Norbert, are you hurt?
Take that! Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait a moment.
You'll get what's coming to you. I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
Wits about you. We must not allow our charge to come to harm.
I'm just glad to...
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
That's it!
This is my sort of place. The more the merrier.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. It is somewhat lamentable that none of us are fighters.
What say you, Arisen? Might we not add a fighter to our ranks?
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets, even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered, if I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Mel shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
Not much going on.
It's been a...
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
Tis as you say.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
This won't last long. Feels eerie with no one about.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of... Poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master. Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
All done then?
That was certainly worthwhile.
That was hardly a challenge for adventurers of our caliber.
It is vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on.
It's quiet about. Oi! Bring me a... Oh. You're not one of us.
The world could use more places like this.
Yes? Is there something I can do for you?
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
Requires no ostentation.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use. Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Shall I assist?
Allow me.
met, sir. Come on, please.
Now, where was I headed? Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough of that. At me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Where to now?
I'm about ready to fall asleep.
This is a place to forget one's troubles.
I'd gladly while away an afternoon.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Take me as your shield, Arisen. Upon my fighter's pride, no foe shall...
Arm you.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. Delighted to meet you, especially if we share a sweet tooth.
Nothing to report, I'm afraid. It's not brawn and might that win the day, but deft fingers and a light step. as I trust.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Now Sir Gregor wants a word, eh? Hardly surprising. The Arisen's attentions are always in demand.
A grand adventure awaits us. I just know it.
I see you recognize my worth, Arisen. I suppose I should consider myself honored to serve.
Very well. I shall lend you my aid. You do seem to be in need of it. Ah, good. I see the Arisen's found someone to handle our busy work.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. you need something?
We must rest, though the sun is still up. I fought many battles in my journey, but the thrill of felling a colossal foe goes unmatched. I feel refreshed and ready for a new... day.